God states, "A shadow is moving stealthily, finding its way into your brother's life. It didn't arrive with thunder or flames. Instead, it arrived with a smile, sweetness, and disarming charm that even the most vigilant couldn't spot. However, heaven perceives what humans don't. Now God is rising to defend what is his. This woman was given a covert mission. She wasn't sent to love, heal, or nurture. Instead, she came with poison disguised as perfume. Your brother, blinded by moments of comfort, fails to see the noose tightening around him. God says, "The enemy has long sought the weakest link, and currently your brother's spirit is vulnerable. He's been praying silently, hurting privately, and yearning for clarity in places where chaos now thrives. This woman examined his wounds, and now she is attempting to sow seeds that will undermine his purpose. She pretends to appreciate his aspirations, but secretly dreads the might of his destiny. Every smile she offers has an unseen string pulling him away from the light. And if God hadn't intervened at this moment, your brother would have walked into a trap disguised as a gift." If you want divine protection over your family right now, watch this video. You've noticed a change in his voice, less joy, more hesitation. You've seen the light in his eyes fade, and you sense it. I'm rephrasing the text as follows. Visualizing the situation. There is a heavy spiritual aura surrounding him that wasn't there previously. It started with him spending less time chatting with you and more time in silence with her. It began with missed calls, skipped prayers, and overlooked goals. She's gradually drawing him away from everything and everyone who once reminded him of who he truly is. She doesn't shout, but her impact is strong. She is cunning, manipulative, and risky, yet concealed in elegance. And the more time he spends with her, the more he strays from his course. Comment: I receive this warning with faith. If you sense this stirring within your heart, God says this isn't about a single relationship. It's a spiritual battle for your brother's purpose. The adversary is not after his affection. He's after his anointing. And the adversary knows if he can drain him emotionally, he can delay him spiritually. This woman doesn't believe in what your brother is destined for. She sneers quietly when he talks about spiritual matters. And she's not alone. She's connected to spirits that thrive on confusion and chaos. God has been watching patiently, but not indifferently. And now he is rising up through dreams, signs, and even this message to confirm what your soul already knew. You were never meant to be silent while this unfolded. Type Eamon 777. If you want divine separation from all hidden adversaries in your family's life, there's about to be a quake, not just a minor tremor, but a divine disturbance. Something big is coming that will make her intentions clear for all to see. She's been hiding behind politeness and fake loyalty. But she can't hide from heaven's eyes. What she thought would stay hidden in the dark is about to be revealed in bright light. Your brother might initially resist the truth. He may deny it because love can blind even the strongest. But the truth has a voice louder than illusion, and it's coming for him now. God says, "I'm sending angels to protect your brother." These angels will speak to him in the night, disturb his peace, and help him remember what he'd forgotten. He'll start seeing things he missed before and hearing what he ignored earlier. This woman can't control what I have chosen. She can't stop what I've started in him. Even though she's tried to suppress his spiritual senses, they are now reawakening again. She fears your brother remembering who he was before she arrived. Because that man was strong, aware, and unstoppable, but now that man is coming back. Type Ian Lelin Lean. If you're praying for your brother's spiritual awakening, don't confront her. Angrily, this isn't just your battle. Your strength lies in prayer, in dieting, and in trusting that God is actively working. Your judgment is your shield, and this message is your verification. Not everything that appears flawless is innocent. Type 222 to claim it. Her presence might be attractive, but her intentions are misguided. She seeks power, not camaraderie. She's trying to distance him from everyone who embodies truth, but she can't prevent divine intervention. Unexpectedly, God will expose her scheme early. Comment: God, block every trap intended for my family. If you're standing in the breach, God says, I granted your brother a sense of discernment, but pain has numbed it. I am restoring his inner voice, his spiritual awareness, and his divine recall. He will awaken soon, and when he does, the facade will crumble. This marks the start of a divine reboot. God will unveil to him the hidden records of her soul, the ones she never wanted him to access. And when he sees it, he won't be able to forget it. Don't dread the confrontation. It will not defeat him. It will fortify him. What's approaching may seem chaotic, but it will lead to tranquility. Because this isn't merely about rescuing him. It's about saving the generation that will succeed him. Type on 999 if you're prepared for divine understanding to impact your brother's life. She was dispatched to mute the warrior within him, but God is bolstering the warrior in him. Warrior within you. Your faith is attracting heaven's focus, and now the intervention has commenced. There will be a divine disconnect. It may occur through a phone call, an argument, or a sudden insight. Whatever the means, trust that God is involved. You will notice your brother starting to speak differently. He will gradually return to himself. His heart will soften. His eyes will open, and he will look back and thank you for standing in prayer. Pray God complete what you've initiated in my brother's life. If this resonates with you, God says, don't fear the storm. It is part of the purification. What appears as chaos is often the first indication of divine healing. And at this moment, heaven is declaring war against every spirit that threatened to disrupt your brother's future. She may attempt to distort the narrative to portray herself as a victim, but truth will prevail, and your brother will start to recognize God's voice again. This message did not find you by chance. You were chosen to be the intercessor, the vigilant observer, the one who perceives what others don't see. And your mission is not complete yet. Enter A212. If you believe this warning is part of your divine mission, what the adversary intended for harm, God is transforming into a testament. That woman believed she could manipulate her way into legacy, but she underestimated divine timing. She believed she discovered a weak man, but she blundered into a spiritual battle. Your prayers have sparked heaven's action. Your faith has disturbed hell's plan. And your obedience in spreading this message could be the very rope pulling your brother out. There will be tears, possibly even heartache, but there will be freedom because God doesn't let false structures stand forever. He demolishes what was built in deceit and rebuilds with truth. Comment, God, bring down every false structure. Now, if you understand this, God says, I have witnessed every silent plea, every time you gazed at your brother and felt powerless. But you were never powerless. You were the weapon. Your love, your faith, your intuition, they are what turned the tide. She can't stay longer. The timer is running out on her influence. The divine countdown has already started. Prepare your heart. Stay by your brother, even if he doesn't know how to thank you yet, because soon he will return. Type, God is good if you love God, not broken but awakened. Type Eman 1444. If you think your family is being saved at this moment, this isn't just about the present. It's about your brother's future children. It's about the legacy that woman almost ruined. But God said, no, before the final damage was done, you will look back and realize this was the moment everything changed. This was the moment heaven intervened. And it started with you reading these messages, deciding to have faith. So breathe, stay strong. The aid is already in progress. Type Amy 1777. If you believe God isn't merely rescuing your brother, but liberating your entire family line, God warns there's danger lurking close to your brother's life. And it doesn't wear a mask. It wears a smile. It walks beside him, talks to him, and pretends to care. But its true goal is to lead him to ruin. This presence isn't just harmful. It's calculated and has learned how to get close without being noticed. Your brother is under spiritual attack, and the one responsible is closer than he realizes. This person was sent to confuse his path, contaminate his peace, and distort his vision. God steps in now because the schemes devised behind closed doors are becoming more menacing. There's been a change in your brother's energy. You've noticed it. His joy seems forced. His decisions seem hasty, and his silence feels heavy. That's because the pressure around him has increased and he doesn't know how to express what he feels. This isn't just stress, it's a warfare. This person has studied his vulnerabilities, his fears, and his insecurities. Now they are using that knowledge to silently dismantle his future from within. Type Amy 3333 if you want this attack lifted from your family. God says, I will not allow your brother to fall. A deceitful device aimed at undermining his mission. I perceive what others fail to notice. and I act promptly, not delaying, to reveal and eliminate every concealed danger. This individual, masquerading as an ally, a partner, or a helpful hand, has been relentlessly trying to exert influence. They speak softly but plot cleverly. They grin, but they hide knives in their words and manipulation in their heart. Your brother's journey is potent, making him a target. His future promises breakthroughs for many, and the adversary recognizes this. So they're using someone close, someone trusted to divert him without a struggle. It's not merely about distraction. It's about damage. And this force operating through them is intent on leaving him hollow, but God is already setting obstacles in their path. Comment, I believe this warning is divine. If this resonates with your spirit, there have been instances when your brother almost collapsed in solitude. Late at night, when no one else was around, he felt something wasn't correct. He couldn't articulate it, but it has been troubling him. God has heard those silent pleas. Even when your brother doesn't know what to pray, heaven listens to the pain in his soul. And now heaven is reacting. The individual attempting to undermine him thinks they're successful. They believe their words are sufficient to keep him ensnared. But what they didn't foresee was God intervening with strength. This isn't a covert intervention. It's a spiritual upheaval. God is turning over the table and revealing everything hidden. Nothing this person attempts to conceal will remain hidden for long. Type A99. If you are ready for the full exposure of all false relationships, your brother's energy has shifted because something dark infiltrated his space. It crept in silently through a handshake, a message, or a quiet voice. Type 1111 if you love God, Jesus. And now that presence is trying to establish roots in his future. God is lifting the curtain. He's opening your brother's eyes gradually so he can see who's been scheming behind the scenes. Clarity is on its way, and when it arrives, there will be no going back. There will be a moment of awakening. A sentence, an event, or a betrayal will uncover this plan, and when it happens, your brother will finally comprehend who's been working against him all along. You've been feeling this moment coming. You've been uneasy about him. Your spirit has been trying to intervene. Even before you read this message, say, God, interfere in my brother's life. Now, if this message resonates with you, God says, I put you in his life as a safeguard. You are the one who carries the discernment he lost track of. You are the one who can see beyond the surface even when he can't. Don't stay silent. Your words, your prayers, your presence, they are divine tools right now. Talk what I demonstrate. Even if he doesn't accept it yet, he will return to your words. In due time, he will replay the warnings when you spoke truth and understand how close he came to failure. Your love will serve as a bridge that draws him back. This person was not intended to remain. They were a trial, a setup, a distraction with purpose but not sent by God, and that is why their time is running short. Amen. 55:55. If you're prepared to witness divine separation swiftly, they won't depart without a struggle. This person may attempt to provoke arguments, create emotional upheavals, or shift blame. That's because their influence is weakening and turmoil always follows exposure. Your brother might be puzzled during the transition. He may mourn, deny, or even defend the very one causing him harm. But the truth won't free him. It will pursue him until it finally penetrates. Stay close. Even if he pushes you away, remain near in spirit. Your prayers are causing divine turmoil in the enemy's camp. God is not asking you to rectify it single-handedly. He is already acting. He's shaking the ground beneath the liar's feet and peeling the false mask from their face. Comment. God, remove every deceitful aspect surrounding my brother if you sense this deeply. This person's appeal is waning. Their power is unraveling. Their influence is disintegrating. Beneath the pressure of divine authority, they struggle to hold on. When God enters the room, their words lose strength. Their eyes can no longer fool the spirit. Your sibling will start feeling awkward around them. They'll observe their behavior. They'll notice the inconsistency between what they say and do. At first, they won't comprehend it, but something within them will shout that it's time to depart. That voice is God, and it will only grow louder from here. Say, on Allah if you believe God will complete what he started in your sibling. God declares, I've engineered this moment to enlighten your sibling. They've been seeking clarity. And now I am providing it for them, not through comfort but through honesty, exposure, and disruption. This individual cannot control what I've designated. They may twist, lie, and act innocent. But I know the truth, and that truth is now igniting a flame around your sibling. I won't let him be consumed. I will not permit him to build with someone who was sent to destroy. His future is too important. Type 777 if you believe in God, Jesus. That's why this message reached you today. Because you are the intermediary, the one who watches the battle while others rest. Comment, God, use me to safeguard my sibling's destiny. If you accept this task, the adversary targeted him because he holds generational keys. Your sibling is a threat to the enemy. Darkness. He isn't merely significant to your family, he's crucial to the realm. And thus, they dispatch someone to drain him mentally, spiritually, financially. But the adversary underestimated the potency of divine assistance. This is a pivotal moment. What seemed like loss will soon uncover itself as protection. What appeared like love will soon manifest as deceit. Your brother is venturing into a new phase, yet first the old restraints must collapse. That's what this turmoil is. A holy shattering type. Eamon 777. If you're prepared for the false to crumble and the true to ascend, everything will change. The individuals who hung on to him for misguided reasons will start to depart. The discussions he once cherished will now seem hollow. God is purifying his circle. One name at a time, one bond at a time. And you will observe it not as a spectator, but as a foundation, a voice of wisdom, a quiet fortitude. God says, stand firm, the storm is essential, it's not the end, it's the purification before the next chapter. Comment, God, complete what you began in my family. If you stand with faith, soon your brother will appreciate you. He'll appreciate you for praying when he couldn't, for seeing when he was blind, for loving him when manipulation clouded his thoughts. You are the miracle standing between his past and his future. And this message is heaven's way of saying, persist. Moving forward, you're not on your own. The one attempting to bring him down will trip due to their own deceit. Their end is near, and God is handling it with swift accuracy. So now stand up straight, raise your voice, cover your sibling in prayer and peace, because what the adversary intended for harm, God is turning into unstoppable grace. Check out Ammon 14:44 if you believe this marks not the end, but the start of restoration. God reveals a woman has entered your brother's life with intentions that aren't sincere. She pretends to be kind and supportive, but beneath the surface, her motives are destructive. Her presence is a calculated move to derail your brother's path and mission. This woman has studied your brother's weaknesses, seeking to exploit them for her advantage. She uses charm and manipulation to insert herself into his life, aiming to control and diminish his spirit. Her actions are not random. They are deliberate attempts to mislead him. Your brother may not yet see the danger that lies ahead as her influence clouds his judgment. She sows seeds of doubt and confusion, distancing him from those who genuinely care. Her goal is to isolate him, making him more vulnerable to her control. But take heart, for heaven is already at work. Divine forces are moving to uncover her true nature and safeguard your brother from harm. The light of truth will shine, exposing the darkness she conceals. Delivers. Type Ian 3:33. If you stand with your sibling and trust in his defense, God says your vigilance and prayers are crucial in this fight. You are a beacon of light, guiding your sibling back to the path of righteousness. Your unwavering support strengthens him against the deceit that seeks to swallow him. The woman's influence is ominous. As the divine presence grows stronger in your sibling's life, he will start to see the contradictions in her words and actions. The veil of deception is lifting and clarity is approaching. There will be moments of revelation that cannot be overlooked. Signals and events will align, pointing to the truth of her intentions. These instances will serve as catalysts for your sibling to reclaim his independence. Your role is to remain steadfast, offering love and guidance without bias. Your presence is a sanctuary, a reminder of the genuine relationships that nourish and elevate. Together you will conquer the shadows that threaten his future. Comment, I suspect this warning is divine. If you sense the truth in these words, as the days progress, your sibling will undergo a transformation. The fog that once obscured his thoughts will fade, replaced by discernment and resilience. He will identify the harmful patterns and decide to free himself. The woman's efforts to regain control will escalate, but they will be ineffective. Her manipulations will no longer control him. He will stand firm. Firmly grounded by truth and love's support, he stands strong. This tumultuous phase shall pass, giving way to healing and renewal. Your brother will grow wiser, more robust, ready for the purpose ahead. The trials he faced serve as lessons, molding his character and strengthening his spirit. Your faith and commitment have not been overlooked. They've been the pillars that sustained him through adversity. Together you'll celebrate. Overcoming hardship and a new chapter's dawn. Type Ian 999. If you're prepared for false connections' full reveal, the path ahead is one of rebuilding and development. Your brother needs time to heal emotionally from wounds inflicted. Your support remains crucial during this phase. Encourage him to seek wisdom and surround himself with positive influences. Guide him towards activities and relationships that foster growth and positivity. Help him rediscover his passions and the joy of authentic living. Remind him of his worth and inner strength. Celebrate his progress, no matter how small, and reinforce self-love, respect, and regard. Your encouragement boosts his confidence and resilience. As he rebuilds, he'll become a beacon for those facing similar struggles. His story will inspire and empower, turning trials into testimonies of triumph. Together, you'll witness the beauty in overcoming challenges. Emerges from overcoming hardship. Comment, God, intervene in my brother's life. Now, if this plea resonates, the woman trying to sabotage your brother's destiny will disappear into insignificance. Her impact will decrease, and her presence will no longer loom large over his life. Justice will prevail and harmony will be restored. Your brother will reflect on this period with gratitude for the lessons learned and the strength gained. He will acknowledge the unwavering support you offered and the part you played in his story. Your bond will be stronger, tempered through trials and triumphs. This ordeal will serve as a reminder of the significance of discernment and the might of faith. It will underscore the value of authentic connections and the perils of shallow allure. Your brother will apply these lessons moving forward, guiding his future decisions. Together, you will continue to evolve and support each other, constructing a life grounded in truth, love, and purpose. The hurdles faced will transform into stepping stones leading to a brighter, more rewarding future. Your shared voyage will be a symbol of the strength of family and the power of divine intervention. Type Eamon 5555 if you're prepared to witness swift divine separation. As your brother enters this new phase, motivate him to set definite boundaries and prioritize his well-being. Bolster him in creating routines and habits that foster his mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Thanks for watching this God message. May God Jesus will grant you abundance in every aspect of your life. Type